Hey everyone, so welcome to another video brought to you by Dratlaw44. I hope you're keeping safe and well. Right, so it's going to be talking about lots of bugs and glitches that have come back into the game quite recently, probably due to a new update. But before we get into that, of course, just to remind you guys that I'm going to be giving away this Sky Blue Striker Interstellar once I reach 250 subscribers. So I'm about 33 away, I think, so again, still pretty close. The more people who subscribe, the more people who leave likes on the videos, turn notifications on, and of course leave comments below, then of course the quicker I'll grow as a YouTuber and be able to give this away and many other prizes. And I do plan to give lots of things away along my journey of growth in YouTube. But as you can sort of see, I mean, you can recolor it, you can keep it, you can trade it, you can sell it, do any of those things. But yeah, I mean, like, that is basically the bottom line. It's a lovely looking decal, and I'm sure that many of you would appreciate having such a lovely decal for your car, or at least being able to trade it for some items or credits or so on. Right, anyway, let's get into the content. So yesterday's video was a little bit about sort of things doing to do with the market. Today's video is about new glitches. Now, I couldn't capture all of them, but I captured some. So this glitch is basically one that probably isn't that much of a surprise. It's just that it's happening much more regularly. The red triangle of death suddenly appears, you can't do anything, it's going to crash the game. And you know this, it's literally, it doesn't matter what happens. Conveniently, it always happens when you're winning, not when you're losing, and then suddenly the game will completely shut down and disconnect. Let me know in the comments below if you've had this problem, because again, this seems to be happening a lot more than it usually does, and it seems to be since Season 3 has started. But as you can see, it kicks us back to the menu, comes up with a connection error, and of course you can't do anything. There are some other things to talk about, but it'd probably be for a different video. But as you can see, connection lost. Couldn't do anything, lost that game. Another one then is that I went into a couple of 1v1s last night just to kind of test it. Basically, you get the freezy screen. It happens when you try and rematch people sometimes as well. They might have patched this one because it started to happen less during the day, so maybe this one's been fixed, but you just freeze. And even when someone joins, they kick off. If they score a goal, you can't do anything. You are just stuck in this one solitary screen. You can see the ball, you can see them moving around, but you can't do anything whatsoever. Absolute nightmare. You've got no choice but to, of course, leave the match. Great. Always a perfect one there. But yeah. Anyway, that said, before I get into the rest of it then, basically, what I was doing is I am doing a blind trading idea for a Hellfire. So De Niro has given away a free Hellfire for me to do as a giveaway. I'm going to do a blind trading. I think that's my idea behind it. So what you got to do is just leave your name and put Hellfire. Do leave it on a different video, not the most recent one, so I can read it but no one else can. And then I will pick a certain amount of people, and then I will work it all out and explain it in a video exactly how you'll be able to win it. But the first people to put that down will be entered, so I look forward to giving that away. Right, anyway, that said, this was the other glitch I experienced then last night as well. I logged in and I completely lost my preset. My preset just vanished, completely deleted on one of the coloured cars. No idea why. Everything else was fine, but this one just suddenly deleted. And I do get that with favourites, sometimes removing things as well. So I had to actually go through and kind of reset everything again, which was rather aggravating because, of course, you know, over time, you do tend to sort of forget exactly how you coloured it, what you did. Fortunately, I was able to remember to a degree, and I kind of got it back. But it's just like, it's been a lot of glitches in Season 3 now, considering, you know, like with the trade market, the way it's been, with the shop being consistently good. You know, I suppose, like, probably expectation comes in and says, okay, you're making money now, that's good, but you should be maintaining the game better. Or at least that's what you'd like to think that they would do. Better maintenance, you know, ideal world, yeah, maybe, but you definitely want to see some quality of life changes, some positive things. The map warp is another one that we're experiencing. I don't know whether anyone else is getting this as much as, like, me. On Salty Shores as well, I get a very much like a slow motion kind of thing, where it's just lagging really hard. Any other level, not so bad. I think it's Forbidden Temple, I think it's the other one that's a bit dodgy. dodgy. But again, not as bad as Salty Shores, which Salty Shores, of course, being on the tournament, is a bit of a nightmare. But again, let me know if you're experiencing that, because I know that I'm on PS4. Are you experiencing that on Xbox, Switch, or PC, or is that just me? The other one that I was a little bit gutted about, that I did have a clip of, and I accidentally deleted it when I was cleaning out some old footage, was invisible cars. Now, it only comes up mostly in the replays, although I have had this also in gameplay as well, where an invisible car seemingly has bumped me off a wall, but there's no car there. So it's like as if it's like an 8-second delay. Suddenly you're just bumped out of nowhere and you go flying, and you're like totally like, what? The car's over there. My friend JHG's also experienced delay where, he's gone to hit the ball to take a shot. Suddenly the person's there hitting it away, but he never saw them and they weren't there, but now suddenly they are. So there does seem to be quite some big problems with the game. I mean, obviously Rocket League is a great game, like I've said before. I love it mostly. But, we can always pick at things, and, the bigger glitches are always things that we're going to pick at because they affect us so dramatically while we're sort of playing. I mean, I want to log on and I want to enjoy the game mostly. Now, before Season 3, the game was running fine. There was definitely some problems. There were some odd glitches, some little things. Trade system, of course, was a problem because of scammers, but then they seem to be solving that by pretty much removing the trade options for majority of people, not making it worth scamming. So I guess maybe that's the way they're solving it as well. But with the game itself, when you log in and you play, I suppose, especially as I'm on a wired connection, I do very much expect to kind of at least a better connection. I know sometimes during the day maybe, or certain times it'll be busier, but then when I log on and play at night, because I do play at night sometimes as well, basically I would expect it to be less glitchy, but it's just as glitchy if not worse, and it really is a bit of a nightmare. Now, I mean, I am interested to hear what you guys think of this. Have you come across a lot of glitches? Any glitches I haven't covered? I'm really intrigued as well. I mean, have you come across a glitch that maybe I haven't seen yet? There probably is bound to be some, because that's the beauty of these games, but it does feel like with the Season 3 updates, there's definitely been some problems, and I really, really hope that Epic Games / Psyonix come in and fix this as soon as possible. Obviously, if you guys are on media and, things like that, the more posts kind of saying about it, brilliant. More videos like these that are being mentioned, the more they realise that there are problems, the more likely that they are going to have to go and fix it. Now, like most companies, the main focus is always money, and that's kind of like what I've always said about EA Games and Apex Legends, the other game I used to cover a lot. EA are only interested in profit, and I feel like Epic Games are kind of very similar. I know they're not probably as bad, but, however, they do seem very, very sort of focused on making money, but then not necessarily helping maintain the game. Now, Psyonix should be doing that as well, but then, of course, being that Epic Games own them, they should be kind of helping out when needed. But, as I say, it's been definitely a lot of problems and a lot of glitches and things like that. Now, as you can see in the background, I managed to finally get my car all together. But, it's one of those things, it's an inconvenience, it's a waste of my time having to reset everything when I have done nothing wrong. I'm sure that, I'm not the only one to have experienced that, so do let me know your thoughts and all your sort of, your views on it as well. Is this something that we can sort of do to kind of make them more aware of it? Well, I mean, media, I suppose, seems to be the biggest thing, so the more videos, the more things, and the more people speaking about it, I guess the kind of the better. But that is pretty much the majority of tonight's video. I mean, obviously, as I say, if there's any more glitches or anything else that I come across along the way, I will let you know. But I'll also be doing other videos as well. I've got lots of videos planned. It's just trying to do them and get them together and get the footage and all those things. It does take some time, and I've got a tournament opening one coming soon, so I look forward to sort of showing you that. But all those good things. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, do drop it a like. It really helps. If you want to comment below with any views, suggestions, or anything else, then that would be brilliant. And if you want to subscribe, then that would be even more amazing, but that is totally up to you. But thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.